Hello everyone, in the last lecture we have solved a numerical based on design strength of tension member, and in this lecture we will solve another numerical related to design strength of tension member. So the question says an angle section ISA 100 into 75 into 8 mm is used as tension member which is connected to a gusset plate 12 mm thick by longer leg with 4 numbers of 20 mm diameter bearing bolts of property class 4.6 in a line. So, determine design strength of angle section and assume structural steel of grade Fe 410. Okay. So, from the question you can see that here an angle section is given, that is ISA 100 into 75 into 8 mm. So, from the dimension you can know that this is a unequal angle section, as here the length of two legs are different. Okay. So, here you can see the length of one leg is 100 mm and the length of another leg is 75 mm and the thickness of the angle section is 8 mm. Okay. Is used as tension member. So, here an angle section is used as tension member, while in the previous problem we show that a steel plate is used as tension member. Okay. So, here in this problem an angle section is used as tension member which is connected to a gusset plate 12 mm thick by longer leg. So, the longer leg of the angle section, so this 100 mm leg is the longer leg of the angle section and this is connected with the gusset plate of 12 mm thickness. Okay. So, this is the gusset plate. This is the connected leg. And this is the outstanding leg. Okay. So, here the connected leg of the angle section is connected with the gusset plate of 12 mm thickness with 4 numbers of 20 mm dia bearing bolts. Okay. So, here you can see 4 number of bolts are there which connect the angle section and the gusset plate, and the diameter of the bolt is 20 mm and the bolt is the bearing bolt, not the high strength friction grip bolt. Okay. So, the diameter of the bolt is given, that is 20 mm. So, bolt hole dia will be 20 plus 2 mm, that is 22 mm. Okay. So, here for the 20 mm diameter bolt the clearance value is 2 mm. Okay. Then the property class is 4.6. Okay. So, you know that from property class of the bolt you can know the ultimate tensile strength of the bolt and yield strength of the bolt. Okay. So, for the property class of bolt, that is 4.6, ultimate tensile strength of the bolt will be 400 megapascal. Okay. And the bolts are aligned in a line. Okay. So, here you can see the bolts are aligned in same line, in a line. Okay. Then determine design strength of angle section and assume structural steel of grade Fe 410. Okay. So, the ultimate tensile strength of the steel member is here 410 MPa. Okay. So, let assume that this is the gusset plate and this is the angle section. Okay. So, here you can see this angle section is connected with the gusset plate. So, from this side if you see, then you can see this thickness of the angle section here. Okay. So, this is the outstanding leg. Okay. And this length is 75 mm. Here you can see. Then next is you can see this connected leg of 100 mm here, and you can see the gusset plate. Okay, so here you can see this gusset plate. Okay, so imagine this diagram. Okay, then this connected leg, this connected leg is connected with the gusset plate by the bolts here. Okay, by the bolts here. So if you see from this side, okay, if you see from this side, then you can see this thickness, okay, this length here, okay, this length here, this length of the outstanding leg and this thickness of the outstanding leg you can see here. Okay, and you can see this connected leg and all the bolts. Okay, and all the bolts. Okay, so this is the connected leg and this is the outstanding leg. Okay, and behind this is the gusset plate. Okay, this is the gusset plate here. Okay. So it is asked to determine design strength of the angle section. So here, as the angle section is used as the tension member and the design strength of the tension member depends upon yielding of the gross section, rupture of critical section and block shear strength. So we need to calculate yield strength of the gross section, rupture strength of the critical section and block shear strength. Okay, then we will take the minimum value as the design strength of the tension member. Okay. So let us first calculate yield strength of gross section. Okay. Okay. So yield strength of the gross section can be calculated by the gross cross-sectional area into yield stress of the steel material divided by partial factor of safety for the failure by yielding. Okay. So here Fy is 250 megapascal, gamma m naught is 1.1 and Ag is the gross cross-sectional area. So here the angle section is given 100 into 75 into 8 mm. So for the angle section 100 into 75 into 8 mm, the gross cross-sectional area you can get from the steel table. Okay, so check the steel table and check the steel table for the gross cross-sectional area of ISA 100 into 75 into 8 mm. So for ISA 100 into 75 into 8 mm section, the gross area will be 1336 mm square. Okay, so you can get from the steel table. So all the properties of the rolled steel sections are given in the steel table. So the properties, that is the gross cross-sectional area, the dimensions, radius of gyration, moment of inertia, weight of the section, all the properties you can get from the steel table. Okay. So the gross area is 1336 mm square. Fy is 250 megapascal, gamma m naught is 1.1. Okay, so the value is coming 303.64 into 10 to the power 3 Newton Then write the value in kilonewton. Okay, so this is the yield strength of the gross section that we got 303.64 kilonewton. Okay. Then next we will calculate rupture strength of critical section. Okay. So, as here the angle section is used as tension member. So, due to shear lag effect and due to non-uniform stress distribution that I have already discussed in last lecture. So, for the non-uniform stress distribution and shear lag effect, IS code has given the formula for the angle section, that is 0.9 into ANC into FU divided by gamma mm plus beta is in a Fy divided by gamma m naught. Okay. So, Fu is 410 megapascal, Fy is 250 megapascal, gamma m naught you know that is 1.1 and gamma ml is 1.25. Okay, then the unknown things are ANC, beta, Az naught. Okay, so ANC is the net area of the connected leg. Okay, ANC is the net area of connected leg. Okay, so this is the connected leg. Okay, this is the connected leg, and we need to calculate the net area of the connected leg. So, net area means we have to deduct the bolt hole dia from this connected leg length. Okay. So, we have to deduct the area of the bolt hole from the gross area of the connected leg, and gross area means the total area, no need to deduct the bolt hole dia. Okay. So, here you can see if we calculate the net area of the connected leg, then we shall take this total length, that is 100 mm. Okay, this total length 100 mm, and net area means we have to deduct the bolt hole dia. So, the bolt hole dia is given in the question, that is 20 mm. So, here you can see so, if you see from this side, then you can see the first bolt here. Okay, you can see the first bolt here, all the bolts are connected. Okay, and you can see from this side only one bolt. Okay, so you need to deduct this bolt hole dia, that is 20 mm into thickness, that is thickness of the angle section is 8 mm. Okay, and here if you are calculating the gross area of Az naught means gross area of outstanding leg. So, if you are calculating the gross area of the outstanding leg, then this is the outstanding leg, and this is the total length, and this is the thickness. Okay, so 75 into 8 mm. Okay, 75 into 8 mm, but here see that when we are taking the net area of the connected leg and while we are taking this whole length, then this part is coming. Okay, this part is coming. okay, this part is coming here, okay, this part is coming, and while we are calculating the outstanding we are calculating the gross area of the outstanding leg. So we are taking this whole length, okay. So in this length also this part is coming, okay, in this length also this part is coming. So this portion is coming twice while we are calculating the area, okay. So we will take the length up to this center, okay. So this length we will take, okay, and for the outstanding leg also we will take up to this center, okay, we will take this length, okay, as here that portion is coming twice, okay. So here the net area of the connected leg will be 100, length of the connected leg is 100 minus bolt hole dia, that is 22, sorry, here the bolt hole dia is 20 mm, okay, bolt diameter is 20 mm, but the bolt hole dia is 20 mm, okay. Then minus, so this is the total length, that is 100 mm, but we have to take the length up to this center, okay. So this thickness is 8 mm, okay. So we have to deduct this length, okay. So this is the 8/2, okay, 8/2 into 8 thickness of the, so this is the total length, okay, and from the total length we deduct the bolt hole dia, okay, into thickness, okay, thickness of the angle section is 8 mm, and this is coming 592 mm square. Square. Then calculate the gross area of the outstanding leg, okay. So here the total length of the outstanding leg is 75 mm, but we have to take the length from this center, okay. So 75 minus, so this thickness is 8 mm, so we will deduct this length, so this is the 8/2 into thickness of the angle section, okay, and this value is coming 568 mm square, 568 mm square, okay. So here write ANC 592 SG0 568, okay. Then the next unknown thing is the beta, okay. So beta is a constant so the beta can be calculated from the equation, that is 1.4 minus 0.076 W by T Fy by Fu Bs by Lc, okay. So here Fy is 250 megapascal, Fu is 410 megapascal, T, here T is the thickness of the angle section, that is 8 mm, okay. Then W is the outstanding leg width, okay, or outstanding leg length, okay. So this is the outstanding leg and the width of the outstanding leg is 75 mm, okay. 75 mm. Okay, so 100 mm is the width of the connected leg and 75 mm is the width of the outstanding leg. So this is the unequal angle section, as here the width of two legs are different. Okay, so here the outstanding leg width is 75 mm and then BS. Okay, so BS is the shear lag width, means the portion which is facing the shear lag effect. Okay, so here this leg width and this leg width is facing the shear lag effect. The shear lag effect I have already discussed. Okay, so this is the this total leg width is 75 and this total length is 60 mm. This length is given, this width is given, that is 60 mm. Okay, then minus thickness. So this is the gauge distance. Okay, so the formula is here W plus G minus T. Okay, so phi we have deducted the thickness here, as when we are taking the 75 mm, then this portion is coming, and while we are taking this 60 mm, then also this portion is coming. So this portion is coming twice, so we need to deduct once the thickness of the angle section. So we have deducted here in the formula. Okay, so W is the outstanding leg width plus G is the gauge distance, that is the distance from the edge of the outstanding leg to the center of the bolt here. Okay, so this value is given in the question, that is 60 mm. Okay, then minus thickness of the angle section is 8 mm. Okay, so this portion and this width is facing the shear lag effect. Okay, so this is 127 mm. Okay, then next come to LC. LC is the length of the connection. Okay, so the length of the connection means the center of the distance from the center of the first bolt to the center of the last bolt. Okay, so this is the first bolt, so this is the center of the first bolt and this is the center of the last bolt. Okay, so this distance is the LC. Okay, okay, so LC will be 40, here this is 20, this center is 20 and here this center is 20, so 20 plus 20 40 plus this center to center distance is 50, this center to center distance is 50, this center to center distance is 50, so plus 3 into 50, so 190 mm. So this is the length of connection. Okay, so now we will put all the values, that is 1.4 minus 0.076, so here this will not be 40. Okay, because this center to center distance is 50. Okay, this center to center distance is 50, then this center to center distance is 50 and this center to center distance is 50. Okay, so the length of the connection will be 3 into 50, that is 150 mm. Okay, sorry, so this length of connection will be 150 mm. Okay, so then put all the values here, 1.4 minus 0.076, then outstanding leg width W is 75 mm divided by 8 mm, Fy is 250, Fu is 410, then shear lag width is 127 mm, length of connection is 150 mm. So the value of the beta is coming 1.032, but there is a range there is a range for the beta. Okay, so there is a limit for the value of the beta. So this value should be greater than from 0.7. Okay, so 1.032 is greater than that of the 0.7. Okay, so this is okay. Then it should be less than that of the Fu gamma m naught divided by Fy gamma ml. Okay, Fu is 410, gamma m naught is 1.1, Fy is 250 and gamma ml is 1.25. Okay, so this is 1.44. Okay, so 1.032, this is less than that of the 1.44. Okay, so the value of the beta is coming in the range between 0.7 and 1.44. So the value is okay. Okay, so the beta value has come 1.032. Then put all the values here. Okay, so this is 0.9. Into net area of the connected lake is 592, Fu is 410, gamma ml is 1.25 plus beta is 1.032. Then gross area of the outstanding lake is 568, 250, 1.1. Okay, so the value of the rupture strength is coming 307,980 Newton. Okay, then write this value in kilonewton, that is 307.980 kilonewton. Okay. The next calculate the block shear strength. Okay, so for the block shear strength there are two combinations. Okay, so the first combination is yielding of the shear plus rupture of the tensile section. Okay, yielding of the shear section plus rupture of the tensile section. So yielding of the shear section means the formula will be Fy divided by gamma m naught into root 3 plus .9 rupture of the tensile section. Okay, 80 n Fu divided by gamma ml. Okay, so for the block shear strength refer the clause number 6.4. Okay, page number 33. For the block shear strength refer clause number 6.4, page number 33. Okay. So here calculate the AVG. So AVG is the gross area of the shear section. Okay, so V stands for shear, T stands for tensile section, G stands for gross section, and N stands for net section. Okay, net area. So AVG is the gross area of the shear section. Okay, so from this so from this you can see the block shear failure due to the tensile load, the block shear failure will happen along this line. Okay, so this is the tensile area and this is the shear area. This is the shear line, this is the tensile line. Okay, so we here we need to calculate the gross area of the shear section. So this is the shear plane. Okay, so this is the shear plane and we need to calculate the gross area of the shear plane. So no need to deduct the bolt hole dia. Okay, so here this total length is here 40 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. Okay, so 40 plus 3 into 50. Okay, so this is the length of the shear plane. Okay, and the thickness is 8 mm. Okay, so this value is coming 1520 mm square. 1520 mm square. So this is the gross area of the shear section. Okay, so this is the shear plane and the gross area will be this length. Okay, this length into thickness. Then next is ATN. ATN is the net area of the tensile section. Okay, so this is the tensile plane. Okay, this is the tensile plane and we have to calculate the net area. Net area means we have to deduct the bolt hole dia. So this total length, this total length is 40 mm. Here it is given, you can see. Okay, so this is the 40 mm and we shall deduct this bolt hole dia, this half of the bolt hole dia. Okay, as here only half of the bolt is going under the block shear failure. Okay, half of this bolt is undergoing block shear failure. Okay, so we shall deduct this bolt hole, this half of the bolt hole dia from this total width. Okay, so 40 minus half of one bolt hole dia, this one. So the bolt hole dia is 20 mm into thickness is 8 mm. Okay, so the value is 232 mm square. Okay, so put the values. So this is 1520 into 250, gamma m naught is 1.1 into root 3 plus 0.9 into 232 Fu 410, gamma ml is 1.25. Okay, so this value is 267.934 kilonewton. Okay, so this value will come in Newton, then write it into kilonewton. Okay, so this is the one combination. Okay, then next calculate by taking the combination that the rupture of the shear section plus yielding of the tensile section. Okay, so for the rupture of the shear plane, okay, rupture of the shear plane, so the formula will be 0.9 into AVN into FU divided by gamma MS into root 3 plus yielding of the tensile section. So 80C into Fy divided by gamma m naught. Okay. So here the unknown things are AVN and ATG. Okay. So AVN is net area of the shear plane. Okay, net area of the shear plane. So here the shear plane is this one. Okay. So we need to calculate the net area of this shear plane, means we need to deduct the bolt hole dia. Okay. So this total length is 40 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. Okay, 40 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. So this total length is 190. Okay. So from 190 we shall deduct the bolt hole dies which are coming on this shear plane. Okay. So this bolt hole dia we will deduct, and this bolt and the half of this bolt. Okay. So the 3 bolts and half of another bolt. Okay. So 3.5 into bolt hole dia is 20 mm into thickness of the member is 8 mm. Okay. So this value is 300. Sorry, this is the AVN. This is the AVN, that is the net area of the shear plane. Okay. So this value is 904 mm square. Okay. The next come to ATG, that is the gross area of the tensile plane. Okay. So this is the tensile plane, and we need to we have to calculate the gross area of this tensile plane. So no need to deduct the bolt hole dia. So this total length is 40 mm. Okay, this total length is 40 mm. So 40 into 8. Okay, that is 320 mm square. Okay, then put all the values here in this equation. Okay, so 0.9 into AVN, that is 904, FU is 410, gamma ml is 1.25 into root 3 plus it is 320, Fy is 250, gamma m naught is 1.1. Okay. So this value, is coming 226.799 kilonewton. So this value will come in Newton, then write it into kilonewton. Okay. So this is the second combination. Okay. So now the block shear strength will be minimum of TDB1, that is 267.934 kilonewton. Okay, then the second one is 226.799 kilonewton, 226.799 kilonewton. So the minimum value is 226.799 kilonewton. Then the design strength of the tension member. So this is the minimum of yield strength, that is 303.64 kilonewton. Then the rupture strength, that is 307.980 kilonewton, 307.980 kilonewton. Then the block shear strength, that is 226.799 kilonewton. Okay, so the minimum value is 226.799 kilonewton. Okay, so the design strength of tension member, the value we got, that is 226.799 kilonewton. Okay, so in this way you can calculate the design strength of the tension member or design strength of the angle section. Okay, so this is all about today's class, and in the next lecture we will discuss about design procedure for the tension member. Okay, thank you.